Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and this is our beginners series for 2025. In the last episode, we got a whole bunch of materials together to build the hyperdrive. We have done it. We have filled it with fuel. Well, not filled it, but we have filled it. And so we are ready to leave the beginning episode, or the beginner's system that we started off in. So if you didn't know what I just did, I moved the stuff from my space ship into my inventory. So if you hover over an item, whatever item you'd like, you press Y on Xbox, triangle if you're on PlayStation, and it'll pick it up. And now you can transfer it to any other object that you own. Right now we only own a starship, but later on you'll own a big freighter, which is a gigantic ship. You will own an exocraft, which is like a vehicle. But for now, we can only quick transfer it between our suit inventory and our starship inventory if you're close enough. If you're too far away, you'll notice I won't be able to transfer it over. So now if I go back in here... Oh, no, I'm still too close. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get way out here. Now, out of range. So you see it says, sorry, you can't do that. It's too far away. So you can only transfer to your ship within a certain distance, and you can increase this later on. We will get something called a, oh God, what is it called? It is called a, ship teleporter thingy. we can get an upgrade later on that will let us move items farther away. So you can be a little bit farther away, and you can transfer items to your ship. It'll come to me eventually. All right. Anyway, let's move on. So let's head over to a new system. So as you get out into space, you can't warp drive. You cannot use your warp if you're within the boundaries of either a building, like a space station, or if you're on a planet. You have to be out in space to do this. Once you do that, you press down on your D-pad to open up the quick menu. And now we have a galaxy map, the big swirl on this. If we select that, it'll bring up the galaxy map. Now, this is going to be intimidating the first time you see it if you're a brand new player. But essentially, this allows us to see every system that we are near. Every one of these dots is a solar system. Not a solar system, a solar system that you can travel to. Now, you are limited by your hyperdrive. The more upgrades you have, the farther and, farther out you can go. Right now, this is our current system right here. We can move it around with our left thumbstick. If you press up and down, there you go. Now, we are in a locked mode. So it's locked here because there's thousands and thousands of solar systems around us. So you don't want to get lost. But if you press B if you're on Xbox, or O if you're on PlayStation, it unlocks the camera. You do that, and the circle goes away, and if you move your right thumbstick now, you can look anywhere you want, and you can select any system you want. You're not locked in on your original system right here. Now keep in mind, this is going to be limited by your technology. So if I try to go way up here, it'll say, hey, look, this is the system, but I'm outside of my jump range, meaning I can't go here because my hyperdrive is not powerful enough to get here. So, and you can just keep going around if you want to. You can go anywhere. You have free reign to go look at anything. Now, if you ever want to go back to your system, like you're lost, you're like, oh my God, I don't know where I am. Where's my character? Or where's my location? If you press B again, or O if you're on PlayStation, it'll go right back to locking on your current location. And I would recommend, at least at first, doing it this way because this is very directed, very easy to kind of work with here. So you see that the orange or reddish line? That is our direction towards the galactic core. If you can look at the top of the screen, it says galactic core. But if I press right and left on my D-pad, it'll switch. So now I have free explore. Or I can go galactic core. Those are my two options for now. As we get deeper into the game, you'll have different options of looking for black holes or special locations. But for now, we're in the beginning. We only have galactic core, which is the center of the galaxy. And we have free explore, which lets us go to any other system around us. Again, we're in locked mode, so we're locked to our location. That way it makes it simple. So let's follow this galactic core line. You press right, right now you press the direction of the line with your right thumbstick. It'll highlight it and boom, you just hold it in that direction, whatever direction it is. Hold it left and then boom, I went left. I'm holding it right and it fills up and goes to the right. That way you kind of, it allows you to say, oh yeah, I didn't actually want to go there. I can go back. Boom, like that, boom. So that is, the solid line is as far as you can go. The dotted line after this, that is the trail we want to follow. However, my hyperdrive will not allow me to go that far because, again, it is very limited. It's very basic. We don't have an advanced one. We don't have any upgrades yet. So we can only follow where the solid line ends. So let's go here. Do Unikai. And now we're heading there, which is absolutely unbelievable. We are loading into a new star system, and it's going to have different planets. It's going to have all different stuff here. It's freaking amazing that there's this much in a single game. So as we fly in, it should tell you the system name. I don't know what happened. A few updates ago, it kind of broke. So now it doesn't really say anything. Oh, wait a minute. Starship monitoring system report error. Guidance system malfunction. Searching for other routes. Searching. Obtained. Destination in 16 kilo light years, I guess. Accept new guidance? Yeah, sure. Guidance accepted. Plotting route. So now it's marking a new location for us for a fuel for our starship. That way we can get more for our hyperdrive. And we can follow that red icon, that red diamond. That's our mission. Oh yeah, look at this planet right here. So now we are in an undiscovered area. So now we don't know what this planet is. Just like in the, I think it was the second or third episode, we need to scan by pressing the left thumbstick in. And it will tell us what this planet is. So it is a paradise planet. I need to put a base on this. It's a paradise planet that has starbulb, copper, paraffinium, and silver. But we also have a moon right here. So if I move around this this asteroid, you see a blue moon right here. What is this? This moon is different. It is a glacial moon, so a frozen moon with a paradise planet there. But there are going to be other planets around. So let's look around. And there we go right here. Here's another planet, but it's in shadow, so we don't know what it looks like. A caustic planet. That is a toxic one. Now, if you don't know what I'm doing here, you see that center picture, that orb right in the middle? You see circles are moving around. That is your radar. It kind of shows you where all the planets are. Again, No Man's Sky was made with first person in mind. So if you switch out to third person, you don't get any of that information whatsoever. So I wish that it would work in this mode, but I don't know how you would do it with the HUD. However, if you're in first person, you get that picture right in the center, right there. And it kind of shows you where a planet is. So if I move over to the right, you see there's a planet, there's a circle with a line above it, or below it. That line tells you, oh, the planet's above your vision. So if I go up, that circle comes into view. So now we know that's where the planet is. So you'll notice I use the radar a lot when I'm looking at a new system. I'll look around and see where's the planet's at. Oh, there's a planet over here. Unknown planet. That is another... We have 2 paradise planets in the same system. Are you serious? Okay. And then you'll notice we have 2 circles on the radar right here. We have one big one, which is this planet, but there's a smaller one behind this planet. So we know there is another planet behind this one. So let's go see what this one is as I fly through a asteroid field. So I'm using my boost right now, but if you want to get there quicker, use your pulse drive by hitting R1 and L1 or right bumper, left bumper. And as we get around that planet, we see another one behind it right here. This one is a fiery planet. Okay, so we have a fiery planet. We have a poison planet. We have a paradise planet. We have another paradise planet with an awesome frozen moon on it. So it looks like our location is on the frozen moon. Let's head towards it. Again, we're going to use our pulse drive by hitting R1 and L1, right bumper, left bumper, if you're on Xbox. And, yep, it's on the moon. So moons are very, very cool in the fact that they're very small. And so when you're on foot, it's easier to run around them because they're so small compared to a planet. The advantage of that is every planetary body, we're talking moons and planets, has the same amount of buildings. So that works out to your advantage when you're on a moon because there's less surface area. So they have to crunch all of the building locations together. They're closer together because there's not a lot of space on a moon. So if you're looking for a particular building, it is highly advantageous to go to a moon because they are closer together. All right, so we have our target here, but let's see. It looks like it's right here. Again, we press left or right on the D-pad to get the target to come up on us. On our HUD right there. So you see it on the bottom left, it says target 44 meters away. We know it's 44 meters away. And that's it right there. So this is a monolith. These are ancient structures made by aliens long, long ago. And there's tons of knowledge here that you can learn from in No Man's Sky. The first of which being these cool memory stones right here. These stones will teach you words of a language of that system. So we're in a Viking system. We're going to learn Viking words in this stone. If we go to a Gek system, we'll learn Gek words at these stones. So let's open this up real fast. Alowish, alowish, alowish. May, may, may. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. I see two large aliens locked in combat. Eventually, one triumphs over, leaving their victim bleeding to death. With the last of their strength, the vanquished alien gestures towards me. Well, I'm going to accept the knowledge. The name Viking floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. So there we go. We learned our first word, which is a Viking word for Viking. And now you don't have to worry about that happening every single time. If I go to another stone, it'll just give me the word now. So now I learned a second word for interloper. And so now anytime I interact with any of these stones that are for the Viking, it'll just give me the memory. It'll just give me the word. So you don't have to worry about that like cinematic every single time. But the other thing about a monolith is it has a main pedestal that has the knowledge right here. The heart of the anomaly. This structure is unlike anything I've encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech. Is it traveler? Is it friend? I'm a traveler. It feels strange responding to questions I'm unsure that I'm being asked. But something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I am overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken, that someone is watching me. It forms another question. Is it first? Is it last? I guess I'm the first one here. I do not know how I am being spoken to. This monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling that it has asked these questions many times over. It asks again, have they seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen them? The Crimson Eye has seen me for sure. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert! Alert! The boundaries fall. The walls collapse. Your universe awaits. Find us, traveler. So something's going on, and they just gave me warp cells, fuel for my hyperdrive. Find the mysterious messenger, make your way into space. So always keep your eye at the bottom right-hand side of your screen. They will update your missions right there. You can also, if you ever get confused or you don't know what's going on, if you press pause, go to your log. You should be there by default. And your mission should be highlighted. So whatever mission you're doing, that's the one you want to highlight. If you want to change it, select another mission and it'll change the mission. So now the bottom right-hand side is my current mission, which is to scan this planet. I need to scan more animals, flora, which is your plants, and minerals, which is your rocks. So you can always change these at any time you wish. There you go. So we're looking around here. We got a lot of cool stuff here. This is a cold planet. And as always, just like in the first episode, remember, if you open up these damaged machineries, they will give you random items. Most of the time, it'll be nanites, which is a good money to buy upgrades. But sometimes you'll get an actual upgrade just straight out of it. Let's see what we get. We got nanites, dang it. And then we also have, remember, the buried technology we had in the second episode or third episode. Always grab that. We can make some money off of that. So, we need to make our way into space and see what the heck is going on here. So we're in space. Shoot these asteroids, get some materials from them. Explore nearby planets or in search of a new system. Oh, let's shoot this right here. So we can go to the new space station. So remember, we went to the first space station in our original system, but most systems have a space station, and they will change depending on the economy of that system. So if you ever want to know the economy of a system, you can just press down on your D-pad, go into your galaxy map. And in your galaxy screen, you'll see this is the name of our current system. It's locked in by default, right? It's Unikai. That's my current location. And then there's a Y to expand that information. So by default, it just gives you the bare minimum. You see an eyeball. That is the sign of the Korvax, or not Korvax, the Viking. You see right next to that, there is a little gear icon, and then there's 2 stars next to it. That means this is a 2-star system for the economy. And then there is the 2 swords crossed, and it's a 3 right next to it. That means it's a level 3 combat system. So if you ever just quick glance, you can see everything you need to know about the system you're going to, or you're in. If you press Y, if you're on Xbox, or triangle if you're on PlayStation, it'll expand it out and give you way more details if you need to. So the race, Viking. Economy is manufacturing. And it even tells you sell is 51%, buy is a minus 15%. So I'm losing a little bit on the buy. It's not as good as it should be. Or actually, it's better than it should be. Sorry, I got that flipped. So the buying price is 15% lower than average. The sell price is going to be 51%, which is about average. And the economy is satisfactory. So it's not great, it's not terrible, it's in the middle. It's a 2-star, it's satisfactory. And the conflict is alarming, meaning a level 3 conflict, it means that if you're flying around, you will more than likely be attacked by pirates like all the time. You have a high likelihood of being attacked by pirates. There are other systems that are level 1 or non-existent. There are some systems that are empty and there's no combat happening. It's very rare to get attacked by a pirate. But this system is in constant conflict. That's why it's a level 3. So that is generally what you want to, check on. And again, you can go back to a system you've already been to. So we can go up here. This is our system we've been to. Same thing. The system we just came from is a 1-star system, so it's very low economy. The Korvax. It's scientific. That's what the little beaker means. The sell is 45, so they're giving you less money for selling. The buy is minus 24%, and it's unpromising, meaning it's not very good. But the conflict level as a level 1 is tranquil, so it's very rare to be attacked there. Anyway, that in general is what you can do. Now, you can add upgrades to your ship to see the economy of any other system. So it will only give you the information of a system you've been to because you know it. If I try to look at this system, for instance, right, like right here, it has zeros. We know it's a Korvax system because that is a Korvax race picture right there. But other than that, we don't know what the heck is going on here. If we open it up for details, it says no data available because we've never been there. It's undiscovered. If we install like an economy scanner on our ship, we can scan the economy from a distance so we know what it is without going there. We don't have that upgrade yet, and so we don't know any of that information yet. Same thing for conflict. You can install a conflict scanner, and it will let you know what the conflict level is of a system. So you know, A, I don't want to go to this system. It's constantly being attacked. I don't want to deal with the pirates. Or if you're hunting down pirates, you can totally go to a high conflict system and you can go hunt them there. Let's land on this space station and see what they have here. So it's going to look a little bit different than the one we were in originally. It looks a lot shinier. Yeah, look at that. The floor looks all sparkly and clean. Look at this. The last system we were in was like falling apart. Remember, it was all rusted and stuff. This is all clean and beautiful and pristine. So the first thing I always do is check my inventory. Are there any items I can sell? I can sell my salvage data. So let's do that. We're going to move our warp cells over and that one over. So let's sell our salvage data and see what they have for sale. So we're going to sell, find our salvage data right here. 300,000. That'll give us a good amount of money. Now we're going to buy. So it has rusted metal. That's junk. Platinum is good. Phosphorus is good. Wiring loom, microprocessors. Nothing really sticking out. I would highly recommend, as always, especially early on, buy as much ferrite dust and as much cobalt as you can because you can make batteries out of these two items. So you can always make hazard protection batteries to recharge all the time. So I always try to buy as much as I can, especially early on. So if you hover over the battery, instead of bringing up your build menu and manually going and searching for your battery, if you have an item that you already have built, all you have to do is press X if you're on Xbox or square if you're on PlayStation to craft more. You see that? And I craft another one. Another one. And so you'll see me, I'll just open up my inventory and just tap, tap, tap until I run out. There you go. So I just made a whole bunch more batteries for my inventory. That way I can keep my hazard protection topped off. The other thing I like to check is whatever technology I need. So if you want to buy any suit upgrades, number one, come over here for the inventory upgrade. Remember, you get one per system from the space station. So you can buy one. It's going to cost me 5,000. I told you the price is going to go up. Every time you buy one, it increases the price. So if I spend 5,000 now, the next system, it's going to cost me even more money. So keep that in mind. It increases the price. We can also check on the technology merchant here. Upgrade. And it has, they have a thermal protection, hot. They have a cold protection. They have a radiation protection. They have a life support, S-Class. So I like that. Let me get the S-Class life support. I like the life support. So we bought it. Now it's in my inventory. It's not installed yet, though. So upgrades in No Man's Sky are randomized. So if I buy the same upgrade, or if I have two of the same upgrade, two life support ones for S-Class, it will still have random stats on it. So let me install this and show you. I pull this up, installed it. 50% life support tanks, 30% solar panel power. So that will be different for you. If you buy an S-Class life support and you install it, it will look different. The numbers will be different. They're all different. So keep that in mind. There's no like set perfect one. All you can do is keep buying more and more and just try to You use the ones that are really good, and you get rid of the ones that are really bad. That's all you can do. Let's move our hazard protection over here. That way we have a little bit of space between them all. All right. So, let's check the multi-tool. Let's see what they have here. Ooh, it's an A class, and it comes... Look at this. It's probably really expensive, though. It's an A class, which means the higher the class and the more inventory room, the more places to put items, that means the more expensive it's going to be. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's 4 million. It's going to cost me 4 million. I don't have enough money. Dang it! I don't have enough money. That's okay. We're okay. I wish, though. That's a good multi-tool. Let's check this side. So, oh, it's the same one, but it's a B class. Maybe it's a little bit cheaper. Let's see. It doesn't have a, it doesn't have a cool, it doesn't have the cool shotgun on it. The ejector, does it? This one only cost me 3,700,000. So, it is more reasonable. I could spend all of my money on this. I don't think I want to do that, though. I think I'm going to wait. I don't want to spend all my money. I don't want to blow all my money at once, because I literally only have 3,800,000. So, this would leave me with 100,000 left over. I don't want to do that, so we're going to decline. But you could if you wanted to. And then let's see if they have any upgrades for my ship. This is the ship upgrade area. So again, these are going to be the reactors for building your ship. You can ignore these first 4. Because then we have all these ones down here. We have a hyperdrive. You know what? Let's look for a hyperdrive. Oh no! 616 nanites. We need that for a hyperdrive. So one thing you can do as you're going through the game and scanning items, if you press pause, go to your discovery tab in your pause menu. So what you can do is, you see this little arrow right next to the system we're in? It says we can rename it and upload it. So every time you upload anything, it will give you nanites. It'll pay you for doing that. Or, if you want to, go to each planet. So this is a planet that has our base on it. That's why there's a little dome next to it. Go to that planet. So there you go. And you can go to each individual mineral. And if I want to rename this, I can rename it and upload it. I can name this into Big Rock. Accept it. And I just got 3 nanites for uploading that. Very, very awesome. But if you don't care, like you're like, I don't want to rename every single thing, because you can go back through and rename every single rock you scanned, every single animal you scanned, every single plant you scanned. You can do that. Or if you don't care, if it doesn't matter to you, you can do right here, the arrow up says upload all. You'll upload it with that name, whatever name you is given it to it by default. However, even if you upload it, you can still rename it. So you can go back in here and you can say, yeah, actually, you know what? I didn't like that rename. So, you're going to have to wait for it to register on the online services. You can come back and rename it. You might need to wait a little bit, though. So they allow you to rename it, but... Oh, there you go. Boom. It took a second, but I can rename that. So let me rename this one to Chunky Boy. There you go. Now it's renamed. I don't know why I can't rename that one. You should be able to rename stuff like there we go. I named it Big Rock before and then I uploaded it. But now I'm like, actually no, it's gonna be Medium Rock. And there you go. You can rename it if you'd wish. Now there is a limitation. You can't just keep renaming it over and over and over and over. You have to wait a minute for it to kind of register on the No Man's Sky servers, and then you can come back. So if I come back tomorrow and I want to decide a new name, I can totally do that. But we can get nanites that way. We didn't get very much. We got about 100 nanites, which, that's okay. Not very much, though. Not enough to get our upgrade that we want. So, yeah. I mean, we can get a C class. So this is where the difference is on this one. It's not connected to combat. So a hyperdrive is good no matter what, because the sentinels aren't going to attack you based on your hyperdrive. They will attack you based on your starship shield module. So you don't have to worry about if you get a C-class hyperdrive, it's not going to make the game more difficult or less difficult. It's just going to make your game a little bit easier when you warp. That's it. You can go a little bit farther. However, if you get a shield module, that will increase the difficulty of the Sentinels. They will say, oh, he has one more shield module. We better increase the damage that the Sentinels do. If you have a weapon upgrade, it'll say, well, the weapon, he has one weapon upgrade. We need to increase the Sentinel health because they need to take more damage. So keep that in mind. Some of these will matter. Some of them won't matter when it comes to the combat difficulty. So now that we bought the upgrade, let's install it by pressing X if you're on Xbox, square if you're on PlayStation. And it goes in here, right next to the hyperdrive. Remember, you want to put your upgrades that are similar next to each other. So you don't want to put the hyperdrive upgrade next to your launch thruster. It won't matter. It won't help you. And I can show you the difference now. So 200 right there. So my hyperdrive range is 200. If I move it and just put it right next to the hyperdrive, it just went up to 205. It increased by 5 just by me moving it. That's it. So that is why it's important to keep your similar upgrades together. And the way you know that they're together is that they have a box around them. If I move it, look, the box goes away. There's no highlight around it. There's no blue box. I put it next to each other. Now it has a blue box. So you know it's highlighted. It is working together. That's what you want to do whenever you buy upgrades, and that goes for anything. So my life support. I put my life support upgrade next to my life support item. If I put it over here, nothing. So put your similar upgrades together. And it doesn't matter. Your starship, your multi-tool, your suit, everything. You need to put them all together. So we kind of checked in here. We got all our stuff. Let's head over to a new system. So it says, hey, explore nearby planets or search the new system. So, before we leave, remember, asteroid belts are very, very good for getting materials for your starship. It will give you silver, gold, platinum, but also it'll give you tritium. That is fuel for your starship. It'll give you different things like platinum. It'll give you random objects called anomaly scanners. It'll give you, golden nuggets. It'll give you a whole bunch of stuff. So definitely take some time to go after a asteroid field when you see one, because it will pay off later on when you need fuel. You use your rockets on that, and you'll notice I switch between my rocket and my pulse, my photon cannon. If you're firing, you press Y if you're on Xbox, triangle if you're on PlayStation, and it switches between your different weapons, whatever weapon you have installed. So I have a photon cannon and I have a rocket launcher. If I install some other weapon, I would just switch between that as well. So for these big ones, rocket, you're good to go. Oh, we have a pirate around here. Where's the pirate at? So we have a pirate right here. And now if we highlight him, it's a mighty pirate Ohm. And if we kill him... Oh, he's warping around here. Now we have Privateer Roshan. If we go after him, we will get 119,000 credits if we take him out. So if we go over here... Now we're in combat. We can't warp out of here because we're in the middle of combat. But we can shoot him. And you see that yellow bubble that shows up? That's his shield. You have to basically shoot him enough to break the shield. And now his shield's broken. Now we can do damage to his ship. And now he's broken, but he dropped an item. He dropped a pirate transponder. And we got a little bit of stuff here. There you go. Easy peasy. We got 130,000 credits for shooting him down. Because he's a pirate. And that's going to constantly pop up because, again, remember, the system we're in is a high combat system. So yeah, there you go. And so we get a transponder. That is like the black box of their starship. We can turn this in for money. So to prove that we shot down a pirate, we can turn it in at a space station if we want to. You can hold on to it. You can also just sell it if you want to. So there's a lot we can do with this. You can sell it at a trade terminal, or if you turn it in at the mercenary guild, they will pay you more for it because they want you to go out and take out the pirates in the galaxy. So heck yeah, let's warp into our another system. So go into our galaxy map, and we're just going to follow this line here. We're going to go towards the galaxy center. So our next system is going to be a Gex system, but we don't know anything about it because we don't have any of our upgrades. Our combat or economy scanner, we don't have those, so we don't know anything. Let's go and see what this system is like. Once we fly in, it'll show you exactly what it is. Gotta load in though. Come on. Here we go. We have an unknown moon here. Let's see what this moon is. Obsidian bead that has ancient bones on it. So it has what's called basalt. If you see basalt on a planet, that means it's a volcano planet. Oh, we have a call coming in. Incoming transmission. Source unknown. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. And it cuts off. Okay, let's identify ourselves. I'm Jason Plays. You left me. Why did you? What? I didn't do anything. What? I don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd. Just like the others. What others? What are you talking about? There is no reply. The communicator falls silent, though the channel remains open. So we're going to have to go find a... We're going to find out where the heck this is coming from. Oh, right over here, the moon that we were looking at, the stranger's coordinates. But yeah, so if you see a basalt in your materials... Oh, we're going to get attacked by pirates. We're in a pirate system? We are in an outlaw system. We're in a pirate system. Oh god, we're going to get attacked by pirates.
Warning. Threat detected.
All right, so the pirates are going to come in and attack me. Let's wait for them to warp in. There they come. So yeah, we're in a pirate system. So this is an outlaw system. You will be attacked a lot here. Let's shoot this guy down. See ya, buddy.
Hostile ships defeated.
Let's pick up his item that he dropped. Where'd you drop it? Oh, I didn't see it. Dang it. He dropped it somewhere. Oh, well. So we're in a pirate system. So pirate systems are different than normal systems. The first thing you'll notice, the space station is not very extravagant, right? It is a plain space station. I believe these space stations used to be abandoned, and now the pirates have taken over. And so now we have an outlaw station. If we land here, it's red. You see it's not working correctly. And if we land here, it looks completely different to the other space stations, right? Look at this. It's all like wires everywhere. All that kind of stuff. Look at this. That is freaking awesome, man. Well, hopefully you guys liked the episode. If you did, hit that like button. And in the next episode, we are going to go after some pirates. We're going to take a tour of the pirate space station and maybe do some piratey stuff. So I will see you guys then.